Narrator: some promises are made in the heat of battle. Others are made in silence long after the guns have gone quiet. But a veteran's promise, that lives forever. This is the story of Captain Arif Khan, a soldier who returned home from war, but carried with him a vow yet unfulfilled. Scene 1. The return home. SFX. Train arriving. Footsteps. Distant chatter. Narrator: after 15 long months on the front line, Captain Arif stepped off the train with medals on his chest and sorrow in his eyes. His village welcomed him with cheers, drums, and garlands. But because the face he hoped to see most was missing. "O old man, villager, Arif Beta, your mother is waiting at home." Narrator: Arif nodded, but before going home, he walked to a small house at the edge of the village. He knocked. The door opened, and the smile on his face disappeared. Private Hassan's mother, Tiri: "You came back, and my son did not." Arif lowered his head. Arif, quiet: "Ami, I kept my promise to him. I came to you first." Scene 2. The Promise. Narrator: months earlier, on the battlefield, Arif and Private Hassan were inseparable, brothers not by blood, but by the bond that only war can forge. SFX. Distant explosions, heavy breathing. Hassan: "Sir, if something happens to me, promise me one thing." Arif: "Don't talk like that, nothing will happen." Hassan insists: "Promise me you'll look after my mother. She has no one else." Narrator: Arif wanted to refuse, but in war, refusing a dying man's fear is impossible. Arif: "I promise." Narrator: that night, an ambush took Hassan's life. His last word was his mother's name. Scene 3. The Weight of Guilt. Narrator: back in the present, Hassan's mother brought Arif inside. She served him tea with trembling hands. Hassan's mother: "Tell me, how did he spend his last day?" Arif froze. He remembered the bullets, the blood, the scream. But he couldn't break her heart again. Told me he wanted to come home and fix the roof. He said he missed your cooking. Narrator: a warm tear slid down her cheek. Hated fixing the roof. They both laughed faintly. But Arif's heart felt heavier. The lie was kinder, yet it was still a lie. Scene 4. The Roof of Memories. Narrator: days passed. Arif visited often, bringing groceries, repairing the broken gate, painting walls, keeping the promise that weighed on his soul. One afternoon, he climbed up to fix Hassan's old roof. The sun was setting. The air smelled of dust and warm memories. SFX. Hammering wood. As he worked, he found something tucked between two old planks, a small tin box. Inside was a photograph of Hassan as a child, and a letter. Arif unfolded it. Hassan's voice, reading: "Ami, if I ever get the chance, I want to build us a new home. A place where you can rest, and I can finally repay you for everything." Arif closed his eyes. Another promise. Unfinished. Scene 5. The Veteran's Mission. Narrator: the next morning, Arif went to the village chief. Arif: "I want to rebuild her house, not repair, rebuild." Chief: "But Arif, that will cost more than you can afford." Arif: "I made a promise." Narrator: and so the veteran worked. Day after day, night after night. He sold his metals, took small jobs, even borrowed tools from neighbors. Slowly, the dream Hassan had never lived to see began to take shape. SFX. Sawing wood, mixing cement, villagers murmuring, villagers joined him, moved by his devotion. Children carried bricks. Women cooked meals for the workers. Even old men came to lift wood beams. The house rose brick by brick, a monument to loyalty.